Wednesday. What are you reading Wednesday? Not you, dear. What are you who's watching this? What are you reading? Because I'm nosy. Let me know in the comments. Julie, I'm pleased to see you finished The Count of Monte Cristo, a massive tome. How are you getting on with how to be okay when nothing is okay? It sounds a very topical book for our current times. What am I reading? If we look on Goodreads, it says my current reading is 9 books. But for these Wednesday catch-ups, I just talk about the books I've been reading in the past week. So some books on that list, like The Voyage of the Beagle, I haven't picked this up for about a month at least, but I will get back to it when I'm in the mood for some non-fiction, so it's on pause at the moment. Likewise, Neil Stephenson's Cryptonomicon. I'm on page 382, and I've been on page 382 for a long time. It has 910 pages, and it's on pause until I feel back in the mood. I started this book, I think, in 2022, so it's been a long voyage, an odyssey for me, perhaps. Has anybody seen The Odyssey? Is it any good? Let me know in the comments. What I'm actually reading, what I was reading on the bus today, was this, Cert by Dick Francis. Dick Francis is a thriller author, or was a thriller author. He died in 2010 at the age of 90. He was a jockey before he was a thriller writer, so his thrillers are set in the horse racing world. He's written about 39 thrillers. I've read over 20 of them. I read them in the early 90s. My first wife was really into horses and she had a lot of Dick Francis books. I've read this one, but I couldn't remember it. This is a reread. Reading it, I don't remember the plot, but it's very similar to his other books. The protagonist is male. This time it's a 24-year-old male from, then it was Southern Rhodesia. This was published in 1962. This was the first of his thrillers. A lot of his protagonists are jockeys or they're in the horse racing world, and the protagonist becomes a reluctant amateur sleuth. His friend, who is also a jockey, is killed on the racecourse. His horse is tripped by some wire, and the hero, the protagonist Andy York, discovers the wire that tripped him, but there was no one to tell at the time. So when he goes back with the police, the wire has gone. So he's determined to get to the bottom of the mystery, and so he's going after the bad guys, and the protagonist usually gets beaten up at least once in the novel. There's a formula for Dick Francis novels, which is quite enjoyable. Like with romance tropes, you know a lot of what to expect. And speaking of romance, it's Jane Austen July. I finished Sense and Sensibility on Saturday. Now I'm reading Mansfield Park, which is the final one of her novels for me, her main 6 novels. I've read the other 5 now. Mansfield Park is about Fanny Price, a 10-year-old who's in a poor family in Portsmouth, who's moved to a rich uncle and aunt in Northamptonshire, and it's her coming of age story and what happens to her and her morality and the morality of the family she's put with. It's interesting so far. It's Jane Austen, so there's a lot of humour. The aunt she's put with, it's that she cares more about her pug than about her children, to show us what type of person she is. What's your favourite Jane Austen? I asked this last week, but I'm asking it again because I'm curious. Let me know in the comments. And I'm reading Octavia E. Butler's Wild Seed, about these 2 immortal beings from Africa who go across to America in colonial times, and what happens to them there. The Anyanwu and Doru are these 2 immortal beings. Doru is bit of a nasty character. To keep being immortal, he has to kill at various times to take over the body of a new host. And Yamwu is wary of him, but she also thinks that being with Doru will help protect her children back in Africa. So it's an interesting tale. And I have an advanced reader copy of Murder on Devil's Ridge by Irina Shapiro, which will come out next week on the 28th. So I'll read that soon so I can put out a review to coincide with the publication date. It's Victorian murder mystery set in Suffolk. Usually the mysteries are set in London, but Sebastian Bell is visiting his brother Simeon in Suffolk with his new wife Gemma, who was Gemma Tate, now she's Gemma Bell. This is the 8th of the Tate and Bell mysteries, and I've loved the first 7, and I'm sure I will love this one too. I like Irina Shapiro's Victorian murder mysteries. So that's what I'm reading. Let me know in the comments what you're reading, and I will see you on the next video. Goodbye.